questions, and first I begin by thanking the officials for being here. I'll be focusing my questions, Mr. Chair, to the Minister and, where appropriate, Ms. O'Gorman. Ms. O'Gorman, do you have addresses for the 32,000 people listed on your website who are currently deportable and on warrant, as in you don't know where they are? Do you have addresses for those people?
Well, as you say, we don't know where they are, so we don't have their addresses.
So when the minister says, and this was his testimony last time, Mr. Caputo, we have addresses for individuals who are in the removal queue, quote, and then end quote. You don't have addresses for people in the removal queue. That's correct?
Well, you made reference to a particular part of the removal queue. And so we have removals in progress. We know where those people are. We are in close touch with them. We are ensuring they are removed. We do have warrants out for individuals who have absconded.
Right. You don't know where they are. So, obviously people do contact my office, so I'm wondering how many armed officers, because the armed officers are the only ones who can make the arrests, is that right? When it comes to people who have a warrant for their arrest, they're the ones who literally go out and find these people, correct?
Yes.
How many armed officers do you have looking for these individuals?
So I'm going to expand it a little bit.
Okay.
We have 1,000 inland enforcement officers who deal with IRPA. So they may be in our detention facilities, they may be doing IRB hearings, or they may be doing removals. Approximately 500 people are doing removals. They may occasionally do a hearing. They may be dealing with somebody in detention. And so you're pinning me down to one number when we have quite a dynamic workforce, but I can say approximately half of those people are dealing with removals, and they're supported by administrative help who deal with the files so that they can do the going out and finding people.
So you're telling me that on a daily basis or day to day, there are 500 people in CBSA approximately 500 people who are armed and are looking for these fugitives. Is that accurate?
I'm going to say approximately because there's a lot going on in our inland enforcement, but they relate to individuals who are in Canada who perhaps should not be here, who are in Canada who might pose a risk to Canadians and are in detention, or are having their IRB hearing, and our officers will be representing the minister if we have concerns.
Okay. My information is that in the GTA there are only 55 people who are armed, approximately, and that about 10 are on the street daily looking for people who are on warrant. Would you dispute that number?
So your
This is for
precision around being armed, I am going to have to come back to you.
Could you
because
please?
we do have CBSA officers who may not be armed, but who will be helping to execute removal. So I'll come back to you with a breakdown.
Okay. How many Minister, do you know how much money has been spent, or let me just really drill down. I'll just ask the Minister first, and Ms. O'Gorman can help. How many dogs have been trained to as drug sniffer dogs in the CBSA?
I'm going off recollection. I'm going to say between 65 to 75.
Okay, Ms. O'Gorman,
We'll come back with a breakdown. We have drug detector dogs, we have currency dogs, and we have food, plant, and animal dogs.
How many dogs have been trained to track fentanyl?
Again, that's a new area, Mr. Caputo, so we're at the early stages of that training, and we will be enhancing that over the coming months.
So again, when it comes to the number, I don't want whether we're early, I want a number. How many dogs have been trained to track fentanyl, please?
I don't know, Mr. Caputo.
Ms. O'Gorman, do you know?
We're doing that right now. It's quite a new area. I believe the Americans were forerunners. We are working with them, but we're also working with allies. So fentanyl, as you can appreciate, highly toxic substance, and there weren't many inert, sufficiently similar goods that we had to train our dogs. So
Ms. O'Gorman,
again, we can come back.
I'm not trying to cut you off, but I'll be very direct. Have any dogs completed the training to track fentanyl for the CBSA? So we may actually have no dogs. The U.S. has dogs to track fentanyl, I assume. I assume they're the RCMP, I assume. I'm not sure if anybody at the RCMP can tell us whether there are dogs to track fentanyl. But what I'm hearing is we don't actually know. It sounds like there might be 0 dogs tracking fentanyl at this time, even though the problem of fentanyl trafficking has been at the feet of this government, which beckoned the response of C2 and C12. Do we have any dogs that know how to track fentanyl with the CBSA?
If I may answer this, Mr. Caputo, we were at the Five Eyes in the UK back in September, and there was a demonstration of dogs that are now trained with fentanyl. So they do have a number of dogs. The other five countries are in the process of doing the training. So we are.
But does Canada?
At this point, we are working towards ensuring we have dogs who can detect fentanyl.
I see my time is up. Thank you.